Hello and welcome to glennzb TV, the show that puts glennzb up your Periscope. I'm bringing New Zealand to the world, and the world to New Zealand. And this morning I thought I would give members of the Trump administration a few guidelines on how to spot a Russian, because Mr. Sessions, the Attorney General, seems a little bit confused about whether he met with Russians or not in the 2016 presidential campaign, because he swore, like, you know, he took an oath to tell the truth, and he swore that he hadn't talked to any, and then it turned out that he had talked to, I mean, not an important one, just the ambassador to America, this guy here. So, I mean, admittedly, he doesn't look that Russian, this guy, does he? I mean, yeah, he does have the bad skin and the terrible hairdo, but, you know, okay, and that is the Russian flag in the background, obviously, but, you know, could be from anywhere, right? Although, in saying that, here he is at the Russia Forum. It says Russia, that's him, that says Russia Forum. That could be an indicator. But admittedly, I mean, it could be out of context. He could be a guest speaker at the Russia Forum. So let's not jump to Russian conclusions. I mean, there was this time that he was sitting next to a Russian general in a Russian army uniform doing a Russian press conference. But, I mean, it can be confusing. It's very confusing. I mean, for example, here he is carrying a book called Going to Tehran. So, you know, he could have been Iranian, couldn't he? Although if you're Iranian, do you have a book called Going to Tehran? Probably only people who are going to Tehran, not coming from... The book would be coming from Tehran, wouldn't it? If you... So, but, you know, you can see how easily you could be confused. I mean, if he's on ABC... and there's a graphic that says ambassador there and his name, and then underneath says Ambassador Russian Federation to the US. That makes it fairly clear. Anyway, that guy's the Attorney General in America. I'm a bit suspicious of Snapchat listing on the stock market. I'm suspicious of anything that disappears immediately after you've looked at it, especially when it comes to shares which don't really exist anyway. I'm just worried that you make your investment and then it will disappear immediately after you've made the investment. You see what I'm saying? Whole new fabulous world for Disney. They're very proudly... they've introduced an openly gay character, or they've made a scene where they've made it very clear that the guy's gay in the new rendition of Beauty and the Beast. So they made quite a big noise about that. No, I've been thinking about some other movies that perhaps that they could. I'm not sure how much we can take out of it. When I say we, I mean the gay community, of which, I mean, I'm not really a member, probably, but just for the sake of the segment, let's say that I am. The character's name is Le Fou, which is French for the fool. So he's kind of like the comic relief character in the movie. They've decided to make that guy gay. Not the hero or anything, or the beast, or the woman who falls in love with the beast. None of those people are gay. Just the guy that everybody makes fun of. And he falls over a lot and has things fall on him. Anyway, I've been thinking there's some other Disney movies that they could have a little... PC remake. You could have Snow White and the Seven Interior Decorators, Hairdressers of the Caribbean, Aladdin. You don't really need to change the title of that, but you just need to you just change the way, sort of the way it's spelt. Still sort of say it the same way. The Lion Queen, of course. Oh, and then instead of Brave, you could just have out. Just spitballing there. Finally, I wish people would stop whinging about where they chose to live. Noise barriers are set to be built along the Ellerslie motorway. This is following years of lobbying. Ellerslie Residents Association Treasurer Troy Elliott says they're long overdue. He says some residents have struggled to sleep, and dust from the motorway has coated nearby houses. It's almost like you're living next to a motorway. We'll file that in the same file where we file things where people complain about living by sports grounds because they have sports matches at them, or speedways because they have cars racing around on them, or concert venues because they have concerts there. What do we call that file? The what did you expect file? I am glennzb. Don't complain about this show. You're the ones who are watching it. Thanks for having me up your Periscope. I'll see you back here again on Monday.